All right, guys, it's time for the Appletinis Oscar special.
Hey, everybody.
Hold on 1 second, Dan. Let me bring us up on screen. There we go. Hey,
There
guys. How's it going? Appletinis Weekend. You know what time it is. We're hiding in the basement from the wife and kids, and we're talking about the Oscars.
I'm going to go turn the TV down.
Cheers. There you go. Yeah. How's it going? I knew the volume was going to be up.
Yep.
I warned you. I warned him the volume would be up. Hey, Jamie Nash, thanks for joining us, man. A little Oscar talk today. We want to hear your opinion on some of these films we're going to be talking about, as well as Lauren Carter. She's joined. Awesome, thanks,
Mary
Lauren.
Agnes.
Mary Agnes is on. Hey, Mary Agnes, we're going to be talking the Oscars today. So yeah, please let us know what your thoughts are as well. So today we're going to be talking about the Oscars. It's the 90th version. I mean, my grandmother, she's 97. So she was born 7 years before the first one.
There you go.
So she's seen just about every one. So she's a movie buff. She likes the horror movies, though.
And I think Meryl Streep has been nominated in all 90.
Oh,
so.
at least close to 90. You know,
Yeah.
When was she born, right? She's been around forever. But she has something like 20-some nominations. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just, I just would like a film that I worked on to be in, you know?
Yeah, we were just talking about this before we went live. Like, we would love to just, at some point in our careers, be in one film that gets in. You've got these people like Timothée Chalamet.
Mm-hmm.
This year, he's in Call Me By Your Name, and he's in Lady Bird. He's in two pictures that are Best Picture nominated, and he's nominated. You've got Caleb Landry Jones. He's in Get Out. He plays the brother, and he's the Billboard guy in 3 Billboards. Yeah, so he's in 2. And Lucas Hedges. He was nominated last year for Manchester by the Sea.
Yep.
And then this year he's in 3 Billboards and Lady Bird. So we have to get there. We have to get in touch with their agents or something.
You know what I like about the whole award season is, you know, you watch all these award shows, and then after you watch the show, you get all pumped up, and you're like, yeah, I want to make a film, or I want to be in a film, and it rejuvenates your acting career and gets the juices flowing, the creative juices flowing.
For me, that's always the SAG Awards that do that.
Yeah,
that's the one that really.
Yeah, Mary Agnes keeps sending me private messages. There you go. People are commenting over here. Hey, Johnny G, thanks for joining, man. Good to see you. And Johnny G, we're gonna be here for about an hour if you want to come over and hang out with us. So we'll pull up a stool for you and you can join in. So come on over if you got some time.
We'll be here for a little bit, Johnny.
Yeah, we're Appletini in it. So, all right, what I'm gonna do, Mary Agnes, because I see that. Well, there he is. Patrick Barry's on. Damn, I was almost close. Kind of tough. Tough competition that year. Yeah, it was. I know 2 people nominated in the Oscars this year. Okay, Jamie Nash, who are the 2 people you know that are nominated, and are they nominated in the writing category? Because that's your. I hear the dog barking.
I don't know if you guys hear the dog. I do.
Maybe Johnny G is here.
Is he in this? Oh, he's getting the honeydew list done. Are you getting that done in the driveway over here?
Yeah, because the dog is freaking out right now. So anyway, guys, we're going to talk about the Oscars. We're going to talk about all the different categories. We're going to give you our pick.
Yep. And
then we're going to give you our upset pick. You know, to see who we think might run away. You know, who might steal the award.
So and you know, obviously we run a little bit ahead of what we see on your comments here. So you know, let us know if there's something you want to talk about while we're in a certain category. We can always circle back to it if we've already moved on. So Max Porter and Rue Kuahata from Micah.
That's awesome. Life Animated, the short film. We're not going to be talking about the short films today, though, Jamie. We're going to stick with the major categories. But that's amazing. That's awesome that they got in. They're from Micah, which is in Baltimore, the Maryland Institute for the Creative Arts. I think that's what it is.
We're skipping the shorts because I'm bitter that Recursion Theorem didn't get nominated.
Are you bitter?
I am bitter.
About that?
Yeah.
I know. You were bitter the other day. You were about some GIF that was playing or something, and then you just like lost it. I was like, "Whoa!"
This stupid GIF has 22 million,
right?
Million views, and we have to scratch and claw to get something to get 500 views.
It's crazy. It's insane that what people will watch online, and they won't watch a good short film that was well done, well written.
Or a good feature film.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah. So, do we want to start in? Where do we want to go? jump in on the supportings like they do on the show, or?
Actually, I've got it lined up just like it's on the list right here.
Cool.
So if you go to the Oscars website, they actually have a form that you can print out.
But we're going to save these two for last.
Yes, we're going to save directing and Best Picture for last. But what we do have on our list, and it starts with actor in a leading role. We're going to go with that, even though they do that near the end of the show. Not life animated. Damn autocorrect. Oh, sorry. Their film is called Negative Space, and it auto-corrected it to life animated. Wow.
There it is.
Okay. Is that? Yep, there it is. I got to put my glasses on, guys. I'm getting old. I can't see anymore. But, all right. Very cool. All right, man. We're going to talk about this stuff. If you know of anybody else who likes the Oscars, maybe this will help you out with your pool at work.
Yeah.
So if you have an Oscar pool and you really haven't seen all the films, and you know we've seen most, there's only a couple that I haven't seen that we're going to talk about today.
Same. We get the awards for the SAG Awards, or the movies for the SAG Awards, and it's not always the exact overlap. So sometimes we miss, and it's just something. You know, I still can't believe we didn't get the post. I don't know what their for your consideration campaign plan was, but how's the SAG
was it non-union? I doubt it. I doubt it. You know, you got Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep in it. I doubt it was non-union. Hey, Matt Davies. How are you, man? You know what, Matt? We are going to talk original score today, but we're not going to get into the sound editing categories. I apologize. But, hey, do me a favor, Matt. Throw up your comment as to which film you think is going to win the Oscar for Best Sound Editing and Sound Mixing. Put it in the comments. Let us know.
I feel like Dunkirk's going to be the big, just what they did in that movie with all the different stuff. I think that's going to be the giant in the sound and a lot of the even though Blade Runner is nominated for a lot of those technical stuff.
Yeah,
I remember a couple of years ago it was Fury Road. Like the first hour and a half of the Oscars, they won everything, all the technical stuff, and I feel like Dunkirk's going to do that this year.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen Dunkirk, but I've seen it on my television. Mm-hmm. I have not seen it in a theater, which is probably where you truly get that sound experience.
Right.
I mean, I got to set up the surround sound system, but it's an older system, and it's not, I need a new one. This one's about 20 years old.
My heart's with Baby Driver. Just I loved all the stuff they did with the music and
Baby Driver was really an incredible film that people didn't think was going to do. But you know what? I love Edgar Wright. Mm-hmm. So there's only one film from Edgar I think I never really got into. I mean, Scott Pilgrim Saves the World.
Yeah.
At first I wasn't into that, but then I watched it and I was like, wow.
Same thing. I wasn't into it, and just I think about a month ago when I was homesick, I watched it again and loved it.
Yeah, and then of course the Cornetto trilogy that I just fell in love with. So
it just came back around. So Matt recorded they recorded the voiceover for the Negative Space, the one that Jamie knows the people.
Yes, exactly.
It's all connecting right here on the Appletinis Oscar special.
Yes, and it's all local here in Maryland, by the way, which I posted a thing today about the incentives, the film incentives for our state. So check that out on my regular page, Ken Arnold Facebook page. Find the Maryland Film Industry Coalition post about writing your representatives and telling them that we need incentives back in the state of Maryland so we can compete with other states in the surrounding area and Atlanta, LA, New York, London, because they all have incentives and they all really do well and bring a lot of income to a state or where they're shooting.
What was it, $9.5 billion for Atlanta?
Yes, this year, which is amazing. They're slacking, though. It should have been 10. Should have been 10 billion. Should have been 10. But all these places that have incentives, you would think that they would have figured out by now, since all these reports are out about how bad incentives are. Mm-hmm. You would have think these places like Canada, Atlanta, New Orleans would have figured out by now, if they've been doing it for 15 years each,
how bad they are,
and would have stopped it a long time ago.
It's a bad 10 billion.
It is a bad 10 billion.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know what's wrong with those people. Well, thank you, Mary Agnes. I see that you can now comment here. This is wonderful because your messages kept popping up.
Yeah, it kept blocking our screen.
Yeah, and I had to keep shutting them down. But thank you, Mary. Appletinis on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a long time. Holy moly.
What, like 3 weeks?
Yeah. I think it's 1 week last Saturday. I was doing the same thing. Except I wasn't doing a live feed from my basement last Saturday. So, Let's get right into it, man. Let's
All
start
right.
talking about some films here. Let's go right into actors in a let's see, leading role. All right, let me put my glasses on so I can read. It's just a blur if I don't. Oh no, you know what I want to talk about first before we start? Let's talk about the host, Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
Let's talk about him.
So he's going back to back this year because he hosted last year. I loved a lot of the stuff he did when was it last year or was it the year before? Who hosted last year?
No, it was last year.
Yeah.
I think it was him.
He did some great stuff with the. Wait, he hosted the year Matt Damon.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah,
you're confusing the hell out
I
of
am.
me.
No, 2 years ago was Chris Rock.
Yeah.
So last year was Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
And the stuff he did with like just dogging on Matt Damon, that's always great.
Yeah, it's always fun to dog on Matt Damon. So because Matt Damon has a good sense of humor and he can take it. There are some actors who can't, like Tommy Lee Jones, absolutely can't take it. Do you remember that? Oh my god,
that was Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh yeah, they just ripped right into him. Tommy Lee Jones was just, but you know that might have been a joke too. Yeah. He might have been just been.
I'm guessing not.
Tommy Lee Jones, oh my god, right? But Jimmy Kimmel, I love Jimmy Kimmel. I love what he does on his show.
Yep.
I think he's going to do an excellent job. It's always good to have a good host. I remember the days, Billy Crystal. Remember his opening numbers?
Yeah,
were a lot of fun. I remember
it was a couple years ago when he came back out during the debacle with James Franco and Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
and it was just so bad. And then he just came out, and I was like, did they just keep him backstage behind glass, like? Break in case of host emergency.
Yes, because the host is so bad, we need Billy Crystal or Whoopi Goldberg,
right?
Or amazing. But
Steve Martin always did a good job too.
I like Steve. I love Steve Martin, but I love Steve Martin all the time, no matter what he does.
I had so I just turned 44 a couple like last week, and realized
you just told your age on air.
I know.
Remember, we're fighting for that through the union right now.
So I turned a number. So anyway, so the I did the math. We were watching Father of the Bride. It was on a couple mornings ago, and I was like, how old? Because he always seemed old to me. I think it was
because
the
of
hair,
his white hair. Yeah,
but I realized that he was 45 when Father of the Bride came out, which means he had to be 44 or 43 when he was shooting it, which means I'm older than Steve Martin when he did Father of the Bride. So that's.
Oh, by the way. It was Seth MacFarlane last year.
Last year?
Yeah. Jamie just said Seth MacFarlane.
Was that? I thought that. Okay. What's it? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, he didn't say it was last year, but maybe it was Seth MacFarlane.
I felt like the We Saw Your Boobs was a little further back.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
That definitely wouldn't have played this year.
No.
Not in the
Me Too.
landscape that we're dealing with right now.
Well, and that's probably going to be the political thing that's most touched upon, probably in speeches and things like that this year. So when was the?
He said it wasn't last year. So
Okay.
it was Kimmel last year because Oscars So White was the year that Chris Rock hosted. So and that was 2 years ago.
Okay. So. And that, that there's always a political issue. I don't care what year it is. There's always some hot button topic. And it's just a matter of who says something about it. So, but I'm excited about the Oscars. Like I said, it always gets me pumped up to get out and make films and try to get as many acting jobs as I can.
Yeah.
I just want to work on something that is nominated, I don't need to be nominated. It would be nice. But, I just want to get out and do some good work. And work. That's the key. I just want to work. So, but let's get into it. Jimmy Kimmel, I think, is going to do a great job. I'm looking forward to him hosting.
Do you want me to read these while you do the...
Sure. I have the pictures, and you can go ahead.
All right. So, for actor in a leading role, we have Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name.
There he is.
Daniel Day-Lewis in what he says is his final performance.
Phantom Thread.
Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out.
There he is.
Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. And Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
There you go. There's Denzel. All right. Let's bring it back to us real quick.
So far, all along the way, it's been pretty much, because the Golden Globes split these categories out, so you can't really use them as a gauge because, they had different people in different categories for lead actor. But at the SAG Awards, it was Gary Oldman that won, and it seems like just seems like that's the momentum that's carrying through there. I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, I think that. You said Gary Oldman?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was reading the comments here. My aunt wants to know where our tuxedos are. Well, Aunt Joe, we did that last year when we did our regular Appletinis show, and we all wore tuxedos. It was fun. We had a good time.
I texted him on the way. I was like, "Are we suiting up?" He's like, "No,
nah, not this year. We're just gonna relax and we're just gonna sit and talk and drink Appletinis."
We're making political statement. We're aligning with the people who aren't included.
Yes, exactly. We're just being casual from the basement. We didn't want to go tuxedos.
Patrick said Captain Phillips was nominated. He was in Captain Phillips.
Excellent work, Patrick Barry. I remember that.
Very proud of that. You should be.
So, actor in a leading role, I agree. I think Gary Oldman is going to pull that one off. I think he's going to win that one. You know why I think that's the case with Gary in this picture? I didn't realize that was him.
Right.
I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm just sitting there going, "Wow, who? That's who?" Well, and I was like, "Holy crap, that's Gary Oldman."
There's a lot of because Lithgow's playing him on the Royals or the Crown. Yeah, so it's a high profile acting gig lately to play Winston Churchill.
I can't believe that Jamie didn't see The Darkest Hour yet.
I didn't either.
You didn't?
No.
Really?
I'm going based off of this is one that I think the only one of these that I saw was Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh, really?
And that's the one I walked. I posted this online. I wouldn't have walked away from that if I saw it back when it came out back in the summer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have walked out of that theater going, "Oh wow, he's gonna win everything. He's gonna be nominated. This movie's gonna be." It was a really enjoyable movie. I just wouldn't have thought it would have had the award season legs that it has. So, but I'm happy for Jordan Peele. I think he's great.
No screening for the WGA. Well, you should have came over here and watched my screening with me, Jamie Nash. But I understand you don't like to hang out with me. That's fine. That's fine, Jamie. Just saying.
Oh, I'm going to need a refill, by the way.
Oh, okay. Here. You pour. I'm going to talk a little bit about my upset pick. So you have an upset pick, I would hope. All right? Now, Denzel Washington, right? Roman J. Israel, if you haven't seen it, folks, that, to me, was one of his best performances that I think he's ever given. In my opinion, I really liked his performance in Roman J. Israel. I believed he was that character. I felt sorry for the character. It's a really good film. If you haven't seen it yet, folks, get out and see it. It has a great message to it. So I think that Denzel Washington might pull an upset and walk away with it here.
So the Oscars are different than a lot of them. A lot of times they award for, he was nominated last year for Fences.
Yeah.
He's just got this great body of work. And
Fences wasn't my favorite role of his, though. Not even close.
I feel like that was one that someone else should have directed if he was going to take on that role.
Yeah, there was nobody to tell him to tone it down.
Right.
So, and he didn't. So he just took it to the next level. Timothée Chalamet, I mean, he is going to have such a long, great career. I don't think he's going to upset. Daniel Day-Lewis, maybe.
You know what I just saw him in the other day?
What's that?
He plays the young version of Casey Affleck in Interstellar.
Yes, you're right.
And I knew I recognized him as he's now blowing up.
Yeah.
So we've seen him before.
That always happens, though.
Yeah.
When somebody blows up, then all of a sudden you see them in all these other smaller roles in films, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So it wasn't an overnight success. Because it never is. It rarely is an overnight success. So I think that Daniel Kaluuya, I want to say Kaluuya, like Kahlua and cream.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say
Kaluuya,
Kaluuya,
I believe, is the...
I think that he may walk away with it in an upset as well, but my pick would be Denzel.
Cool.
I think. So, all right, you want to read the next category? Let's get into that one.
Going into actor in a supporting role?
Yep.
All right, we've got Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
The Florida Project. Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing. Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water.
I love Richard Jenkins.
Yeah. Christopher Plummer. as Kevin Spacey in All the Money in the World.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do something here with his photo. There we go. All right, there he is, Christopher Plummer.
And Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards.
And then I'm gonna do something with Sam's photo as well. And then there's Sam Rockwell. Boom. So those are for Best Supporting.
This is a great category.
It is a great category.
This is, I mean, you can't go wrong here.
It's probably one of my favorite categories. It's because you get such diversity in that category. You don't get the Denzels all the time or the Tom Hanks all the time. You get those actors, man, that just put the work in, and they're in so many projects.
Like Mark Rylance a couple years ago for Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful performance.
And you rarely see him in anything. I mean, in a lead role, and then all of a sudden he just puts that kind of a role in, and he just blows it out of the water. So
I've always said that the supporting roles are always the better roles. And that, you know, you have your main course, and it's always the stuff around it that's like brings all the flavor, you know.
Yeah. Jamie says he likes Dafoe, but Rockwell will win it. The cool thing about the Florida Project with Willem Dafoe is that they surrounded him with real people, not actors, and he had to navigate that, which is great because I've seen that done in other films, and I liked those films where they had the real people in it. I'd like to see the Clint Eastwood movie coming out too.
That's when I'm sitting there like that. That's a bold. The one about the train with the terrorist attack on the train. It was in France.
Yeah.
And they have the actual people who lived through it, recreating, and I feel like that must be cathartic for them. Maybe it's better than therapy. To deal with PTSD, to relive it, but whew, that's got to be hard.
Well, Act of Valor was that too.
Yeah.
They used real soldiers in the real from the real incident.
In that case, that one was hard to watch. From an acting standpoint, it was very, very stiff.
It was, but I still enjoyed it. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah,
you know.
But the and you know, so Jamie said he likes Dafoe. A couple weekends ago, I think 2 weeks ago, CBS Sunday Morning did a really great profile on him. So you can go to their Twitter page and scroll back a couple weeks, and you'll see the Dafoe segment that they did. Is really kind of cool to see him talking about his whole career and the way he's taken chances all along, and how he feels about the process and all of that. I think obviously Sam Rockwell's won everything so far.
Yeah. And
but I loved Richard Jenkins in The Shape of Water. It was a beautiful performance. It was so kind and so much humanity to it, and I watched that and I was like, wow, that was just amazing. Yeah. And
so you think he's going to upset then?
I don't think he's going to upset. I think Sam Rockwell's going to take this thing home.
Okay.
He should already have a place picked out for it in his house.
Well, if you had to pick an upset guy, who would you want? Richard Jenkins. I would.
I'd want Jenkins.
Yeah.
I think if there is going to be an upset at all, it'll be Dafoe.
Yeah. Did you ever see Richard Jenkins in Eat, Pray, Love? He has such a good role in that. The monologue he gives at the one point about when he comes home and he pulls into his drive. Oh my God, man, that hit me so hard. Yeah. That monologue. I'm going to do that monologue if I ever have to prepare a monologue for anything ever again. But usually for film and television, we don't have to do that.
Right.
But if I do a play or something, absolutely going to prepare that monologue. My pick is Sam Rockwell as well, but I was in a movie with Sam, so I kind of like him.
There you go. I just watched 3 Billboards last night, and Sam was great. I mean, it was a very, very multifaceted, very nuanced character. You know, it's not just one note. And Woody Harrelson was great too. I mean, that would in another
Woody
year
Harrelson
he'd be
was
the front runner, but he's just kind of in with. There's a
Sam
better
Rockwell.
role in the movie that he's in. So.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I liked. Well, we'll get to that when we talk about Best Picture, about the whole film, 3 Billboards. But I'm gonna go Sam Rockwell, and then maybe in an upset, Richard Jenkins would be outstanding. Although, again, we're talking about all the best performances out there, guys, and people got snubbed. You know, I mean, Best Actor in a Leading Role could have been James Franco, but he didn't get nominated, and there are reasons beyond. Acting that may have happened.
I probably would have flip flopped Kaluuya for James Franco. But you can't. I mean, there's five spots. There were 5,000 movies last year.
Yeah.
So.
And there were some really good roles. Tom Hanks could have been nominated for The Post.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
So Jamie says that they should have done the done the real people in The Disaster Artist, which would have been hysterical. But did you see the trailer for their new movie, Jamie?
Best Fiends.
Oh my God! Yes,
Fiends with VR friend.
Oh my God, that looks so classic. I can't wait to watch that.
The sad thing is that he's got budgets now, and he's just making the same
same kind of schlock, and then right? He's kind of, and I hopefully they've learned. To a little bit better production quality, and you don't need both kind of cameras, like the film and the digital.
I have vision.
So, Amy's on. Hey, Amy, or Emma. I'm sorry.
Amy.
Yeah. Okay. Amy. Hey, Amy. Good to have you on. So, let's move on to the next one. What do we got?
Are we gonna do editing or stay over here?
Let's stay over here in the. Okay. We'll do actress in a leading role, then we'll do actress in a supporting role.
All right. So actress in a leading role.
All right. Lead me to the path. And this, because I didn't want to say something smart because I'm a misogynistic jackass, but I was gonna say something smart because there's never been an actress in a leading role ever nominated. All of a sudden. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. But 90 years ago, was there an Oscar for the best actress in a leading role?
I assume. I don't.
Yeah, there was. Women just didn't fall out of the sky last week and all of a sudden get roles in Hollywood.
I don't know where we just went.
We went sideways. That's where we went. I'm just saying.
All right, so actress in a leading role. Sally Hawkins.
There's Mary Agnes. She jumped on. You know she was going to comment.
The Shape of Water.
Yep. Hold on. Let me bring it up. There she is.
Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards.
All right. There she is. Great performance.
Margot Robbie, I, Tonya.
Yeah, and Margot, she I didn't know she could skate.
I haven't seen it. Did she do most of her skating for that?
She did some of it.
Some of it?
Yeah, she did. The harder stuff, obviously, she couldn't do, but she did some of it.
Saoirse Ronan. Mm-hmm. Saoirse Ronan.
I love her name.
For Lady Bird.
So amazing. And, of course, this woman.
And Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
For The Post.
I don't know. Could somebody post how many Oscar nominations she truly has? Right? Not really. We were talking about being sick. That's right. We were talking about being sick there, JP. All right. Let's take it to...
Yeah, it's pretty much they just keep that last spot on the actress in the leading role.
For Meryl Streep.
That's just Meryl Streep. The first spot used to always be for Judi Dench, but she's kind of...
she had a good film this year. Victoria.
And where is that? It's in Victoria and Abdul.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. But... she was in there. She's always nominated. I was surprised she wasn't nominated for at least, but since she was the title character, I guess. Right. They only have so many slots. She was next on the list. She was number 6.
Right.
She was just out of the... yes, Amy. Happy birthday. Thanks for joining us on your birthday.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think Frances McDormand's been winning everything all along the way, and it seems like she's kind of like this unstoppable train at this moment.
Do you think?
It seems that way.
I like Frances McDormand. I think she was great in Fargo. I thought she was amazing in that. She was really good in this. Mm-hmm. But for me, I think Sally Hawkins because her performance is without words for the most part. There's one scene where she speaks.
Yeah. And
it's a dream sequence. But for the most of the film, she's got to communicate
just
without words.
And so that's my I hope she wins. If there's an upset, but I don't know if there's an upset, no, that's the one I'm pulling behind. I think Frances is going to win.
Yeah, Frances will probably, but mine is Sally Hawkins. I think there's
total Meryl Oscar nominations 435.
Thank you, Jamie, for that incorrect number.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, it sounds legit, but it's not right. I think she's got 20 something. If I can remember correctly, I don't know. I saw it a billion times this week on Facebook. So I should know this, but I don't know this. So
Amazon Alexa says 2 noms, 3 wins. 21 noms.
Excellent. Well, there it is. 21 nominations. She's
Thank
got
you,
20.
Alexa.
I
No
wish
problem.
I wish to just have like a quarter of a nomination.
Yeah.
Like I walked through a scene in a film that was nominated for an Oscar. So Margot Robbie, I thought she was great. She did a great job playing I, Tonya, but she's got no chance. Ronan in Lady Bird. I didn't like Lady Bird. I'm sorry. Anybody out there who liked Lady Bird?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
No, I didn't think it was a good film. And
I thought there were great performances. I love Laurie Metcalf in that.
It bit a lot of Pretty in Pink. They stole scenes right out of it.
Yeah.
So, just saying. Which is always fun. But you know what? And you know, that's it. You know, the best form of flattery is, you know, when they steal your shit.
Right.
Right? So, and Meryl Streep, I think that she's just in there because she's in there. She won't win. Even though she's good, I don't think she'll win this year. So,
her job now at the Oscars is just to make new memes, new gifs of clapping and yesing and
waving to the camera. Hey, it's me, Meryl Streep. You know, I'll tell you what though, 21 nominations, Dan. Wow, that's just wow. So, all right, let's go on to the next one. Actress in a supporting role.
Supporting role.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Mary J. Blige in Mudhound.
Mudhound?
I'm sorry, Mudbound.
Yes. Mudbound.
See, now Patrick just said good reading, Franco, but apparently not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Allison Janney for I, Tonya.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring her up. There she is in I, Tonya.
Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread.
There she is, Leslie Manville.
Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird.
Mm-hmm. I always love her and everything she's done, even Roseanne.
Yeah,
I think she's great. I got a chance to work with her, and she was very nice.
She's coming back for the Roseanne
reboot.
She is. And Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water.
Yeah, there's Octavia. I love Octavia and everything she's done, too. I haven't worked with her yet. I would love to work with Octavia. She's so cool. She's a lot of fun. So, let's bring myself back up over here. All right, and boom, who you got, man? Who's your pick?
I don't think it's even close. It's Allison Janney. I think she's gonna,
I think so too. I think she's gonna walk away with that one. It's just
what a role. Right? What that's just like. I mean, if you should to get a role like that, I'd pay them.
Yeah.
Like.
I laughed out loud at her numerous times. I hated her numerous times. And it was just a great character.
One of the best villains in the last 20 years.
Think about that. I think that she could be in the top 10, like Nurse Ratched level villains in the history of cinema with that role. I really think so.
Really kind of gives you a different perspective on everything that went down.
Mm-hmm. Amy was saying, she was so good. She was. Octavia was the bomb in Drag Me to Hell. Yes, she was. Was she in Drag Me to Hell? I don't remember.
Is that the one with Justin Long? Like way back when?
It's been on recently on cable too, and I was watching it a little bit, but I don't remember seeing Octavia in it. So, yeah, JP he thinks Janney as well. So,
I don't even know where I was about to go. Amy had posted this after the Golden Globes when Allison Janney posted the video or said that she took video of them engraving her award.
Yeah.
And she said she did that to keep as a reminder of when things get hard. I was like, okay, you're Allison Janney.
Yeah, things get hard for you.
You're C.J. Craig. Like you've got you have to know how freaking amazing you are.
Okay, here's the deal, Allison. Anytime things get hard for you, walk to your mailbox, collect your residual checks, and open them.
Turn on Netflix and just start watching The West Wing.
Yeah, so shush your face, lady. Right? She's in the background in the bank. Nice! I didn't know that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to rewatch and I'm going to look when in the bank. That's funny. She's in the background. That's me. Did you see me on the Looming Tower?
I haven't jumped in yet.
I'm in the background at the bank. Nice. I thought I was going to have a much more prominent role, and the next thing you know, I see it, and I'm like, oh, Oh, well.
Damn.
Oh, well. They cut my one line out. I was like, good God, they cut my line out. Oh, well. Things happen. Things happen in this business. Jamie Nash, crazy distracting. What's crazy distracting? I'm sorry.
It's crazy distracting.
Her in the background of the bank? Yeah, that is. Because, you know, when you're looking for people in the background, it gives me a headache. Because I always, you know, when they shoot a film here and then I watch it, I'm always looking for people that I know in the background. It's cool.
I have to watch something that's shot here twice. Once just to watch it and once to let myself look for all my friends.
Yeah. So, actress in a supporting role. Allison Janney. That's it. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to upset her.
If there's an upset, maybe Laurie Metcalf, maybe Octavia.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige. I haven't watched it.
It's a good show. Mudbound. It's on Netflix. Good movie. I think it's a series, limited series. No, it's got to be a movie.
It's got to be a movie. Yeah,
it's a movie. It's a movie. I watched like the first hour of it, and there are a lot of really great things about it. The acting is really good. The cinematography is amazing. They really got the Dust Bowl era, the 20s, 1920s. It's just really awesome. So
the funny thing is, I feel like if there's ever a TV show where they bring in celebrity guests, especially ones to sing, she finds a way to be on it. Like she has got the best people working for her because she's just, and also Mary J. Blige. So she's like this, just keeps popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I agree with you, Amy. There has been a marketing push for Mary J. Blige, but yeah, I think it's just she's not. I don't think it's going to be enough to knock Allison Janney off.
In a different year,
yeah, maybe, but not this year. I think Allison Janney she's raking them in, and it's just such a good role. It's just too good.
Jamie, Nicole Kidman's fingers got nominated and all the stuff for TV. Pretty Little Lies. No. What was it called? Big Little Lies.
Yes, Big Little Lies. And you know what? I watched that. It was good.
Is it?
Yeah. I started watching that and I was like, okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa blasted through it. I'm still trying to finish Punisher.
Are you?
It's one of those ones I can't watch when he's awake.
Hello.
When Jack's awake, so I have to kind of.
Do we have any more of that juice over there?
We drained it.
We're out of the juice. We're out of the juice. We need more Appletinis. All right, so what are we going to next?
We jump to editing or feature film, animated feature.
It's up to you, man. We can do it. You know what? And because it's just a list, check this out. I can go make an Appletini while you're running through the list. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. I'm going to post the list. Bam. There it is. I'm going to make an Appletini.
All right. So, animated feature, The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent.
All right, well, keep talking while I'm making
Keep talking. I should pull this card down. Yeah. Go back to that one. And
you got to go and clear the layer, so you just got to... I'll get to it.
Okay.
There we go. You ready? Clear layer, and I'm going to bring it back up. You ready? Boom. Now you're on. You can talk all you want.
Great television right there. Just saw this. Ken of the Looming Tower, deleted line. You can't handle the truth. Except I'm an Air Force general, so maybe you can.
Yes, JP. They deleted my line in that one scene I was in.
So, you know, this is one of the few years where I haven't seen any of the nominated animated feature films. So, I'm kind of flying blind here.
You haven't seen any?
I haven't. Boss Baby is one that I just kind of didn't want to see. Like my son loved it. I mean, loved it. Yeah. I'm talking like Tangled level loved it. Or you know, Up, Pixar kind of. He liked it. He put it on level with those. The Coco I've heard great things about.
Yes. I've seen part of Coco because my kids, you know,
right,
and I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good too. The music in it's really cool. Boss Baby, I watched. I was entertained. All right, guys, hold on a second. Gotta get the Appletinis working.
That's probably really loud for all you guys, wasn't it?
It's really loud for us.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I'm banking that Boss Baby's probably going to win, and
you think?
No, Jamie, the Emoji Movie didn't get a nomination. I don't know how that went down. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen. Last year was Lego Batman, wasn't it? Did that? That was last
Oscars. Yeah, it was last year.
Was it last Oscars?
Yeah. Oh no, you know what?
It came out last year.
Yeah, I think that people were trying to get it in this year.
Yeah.
Like there was a campaign to get it in.
Like that one, I would have loved to have seen that in this group. But
you know which movie I would have liked to have seen in this group? You may have seen it yesterday on my timeline. The Lego movie about the Super Bowl highlights.
The Eagles Lego.
Yes, the Eagles Lego movie was amazing. So it was pretty cool.
Now, Maria was just before we went on. She was talking about loving Vincent and how the whole thing is painted to look like or animated to look like Van Gogh paintings.
Yeah, which looks really cool.
I'm gonna have to check that out because it sounds really neat.
Yeah. What else? What did I want to say about the? Yeah, you know, Boss Baby was good. It didn't, you know. Zootopia won animated last year. You know what? I watched Zootopia last night.
I love
Amy.
Zootopia.
I watched it with my daughter. There's my sister Sharon. Hey Sharon D'Onofrio, thanks for joining us. We're talking Oscars here. One of those things that I may never walk away with.
and you know, Sam was talking about last year. Like last year, you had Zootopia and Moana. Moana was fantastic. I loved that movie.
Music in it was great.
Yeah.
So, and The Rock is always fun. I like The Rock.
Yeah.
I don't care what he's in. I could watch him all day long.
So yeah, I guess we're kind of going with Boss Baby, but
I didn't pick Boss Baby. I picked Coco.
Are you picking Coco?
Yeah,
Okay.
Coco is my. They're gonna walk away with the Oscar, and the upset could be Boss Baby in my opinion. But you know, either one of those two. The other ones I haven't seen for the most part. The Breadwinner, I never even heard of that. I don't even know what that is. So here we go. We're on a category where I really haven't seen most of the films.
Yes. So, that makes for a great watching right there.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, you're welcome. Sorry, we really didn't do our research on that one. All right. So what do we want to talk about next? Like I said, I got all my pictures in the order of.
So let's jump over to screenplays, maybe.
Yeah, we can talk about screenplays. I don't have any images really for those, but we can talk about them.
All right, Nash, we're in your wheelhouse here.
All right, Nasher,
carry us through the next 20 minutes.
Yep. I want you commenting as many times as you possibly can.
So we'll start with adapted screenplay.
All right.
Do you have a title card? Or do you have
I got nothing.
You got nothing
for these guys.
Okay,
go ahead.
So we've got Call Me by Your Name.
All right. Well, I have a picture of that. I can bring it up right now.
Okay.
Boom. There it is. Call Me by Your Name.
We've got The Disaster Artist.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
We've got Logan.
I don't have that either.
Molly's Game.
Don't have that one.
And Mudbound.
Mudbound, I do. I do have a picture of that. If you can hold on 1 second.
Patrick Barry says Coco was the word on the street.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Patrick Barry, Coco, because Coco is pretty decent. And
Frankie Valli said Grease is the word.
Yeah, Grease is the word. Grease is the word. It's the word. That was good. That was good. I like that, Dave Franco. Grease is the word. All right, let me clear this layer. And that was Mudbound, by the way, that last photo that I brought up. And who do you got? Who do you have for adapted screenplay?
You know, I think everyone's just staying away from The Disaster Artist just because of all the stuff around it. I would like to see Logan, and Jamie said he'd go Logan.
But he thinks Call Me by Your Name is going to win.
Yeah. And I think Logan being nominated for this is a huge step forward. Yeah. And I hope maybe next year Black Panther will actually win this for adapted screenplay.
Do you think the Black Panther will get nominated? It is a superhero movie.
I think it's going to have some...
since Logan's been nominated, maybe.
It's going to have some big legs. I think... I was surprised Wonder Woman wasn't more represented on this page too, but and you can never bet against a Sorkin script in the Oscars. I haven't seen Molly's Game yet, but anytime Aaron Sorkin's on there. But yeah, I think I'm going with Logan. That's the one I'm putting my heart in.
I liked Logan, not the way I wanted to see the Wolverine character go.
Right.
Because it went with the old man Logan storyline. I still wanted them to be, let's put the yellow spandex on and go do some James Bond type stuff. But they didn't.
But it's 20 years from now, so that's not who Logan is anymore at that point.
Well,
and you still
if you're in the comic book world, yeah, because guess what? they brought him back. He's alive again, and there's time jumping happening and everything else.
We still may not be done with Hugh Jackman now that now that Sony has been brought over to the Marvel world. He said if they did an Avengers with Wolverine in it, he would do it again. And if he's going to do all that work to get in that kind of Wolverine shape,
I don't think he needs to.
You know that Ryan Reynolds will get him in Deadpool 3 too.
Oh my God!
It's a 2-for-1.
How awesome would that be?
You bulk up one more time and you get two fun movies out of it.
And Wolverine can be any age. You know what I'm saying? Like he can be a little older and not be old man Logan.
Yeah.
Because Wolverine's 300. He's old. So and he still looks like he's 40, 50s. So I don't understand. A comic book character was killed off, came back. Yes, Amy.
Did you see James Gunn's been getting into it on Twitter with people?
I know it.
Because he was posting about Barbara Streisand cloning her dogs.
Yeah.
And saying that, well, yes, but you didn't really clone that these are new dogs. They just look like the other dog. And people were talking about Groot. And he's like, do you not get that Groot isn't Groot? This new Groot doesn't have any memory of any of the stuff they did or the sacrifice he made. So his sacrifice was
sapling.
real.
Yeah.
So
he's a sapling. He's just a little baby Groot. So yeah, he's a part of Groot, but it doesn't have the memories of Groot.
Yes, Patrick Fox, not Sony. But so yeah, thank you.
Let's see, who else? Nice pull. Oh, Patrick Barry was talking about Jamie. Jamie said, what street is he talking about, Coco or Sesame? Says, because the word on the street, Coco Street or Sesame Street? That's what I want to know. Groot is Groot. Groot is Groot. Groot is
baby Groot. He's and James Gunn said he doesn't have, it's not like he just has all of Groot's soul and memories and stuff like that. So it's a new person. It's Groot, but he doesn't.
So you went with Logan, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Disaster Artist. I'm sorry, I didn't give you my pick. So the Disaster Artist with James Franco. Even though there's a court case, they just got sued by a guy who worked for James Franco, and said that James Franco told him to write a script about it, and then he got cut out of the credits. So that's a lawsuit now. So but I'm gonna go Disaster Artist. I like that movie. I thought it was funny. You know why? Because it's about independent filmmaking and the crazy world that surrounds it. And we've been in that world, so we know. We know.
I love that scene when Seth Rogen goes to the bank and he's like, I didn't expect this check to clear.
Exactly. Because we've done that many times. I've done that many times. I'm going to the bank, gave the guy the check, and was like, oh, it cleared. Sweet. Woo. Thank the Lord. And I've also had the opposite happen, where I didn't get paid for things that I did when I first started out. Yeah. I don't know if that ever happened to you, but there were some projects. There was a feature film that we shot out in Virginia. We shot the entire movie except for 1 week at the end. And they fired the lead actor in the last week of the movie. Oh. They just fired him. And that was it. And they never finished the film. Never finished it, never released it, nothing. And I was just like, They sent me some scenes that I could use for like a demo or something, but I was just like, wow, I'd rather it was finished.
Yeah.
So anyway, they tried to salvage it by doing like a documentary around it, but it didn't work.
So original screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got we don't have pictures for these, right?
Yeah, The Big Sick I don't have.
Okay. So we've got The Big Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Get Out.
All right, hold on. I do have a Get Out photo. Who doesn't have a Get Out photo? Let me.
We've all seen Daniel Kaluuya cry.
All right, I don't need to bring it
up. Lady Bird.
Ooh, I do have that. I'm gonna bring it up right in front of us. Ready? Bam! Right in the middle of us. There it is.
Ronan.
There it is. Right over there. Wait. Over there.
Yep. Okay. The Shape of Water.
Oh, I have that too.
Or if you're in Philadelphia or the D.C. area, it's The Shape of Water.
Wooder. 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 Let's get straight now, Dan. Come on. All right, go ahead.
And 3 Billboards Outside of Atlanta.
Oh, I do have a 3 billboard picture. Give me a second. You ready? There's only 2 of the 3 billboards, though. And Frances McDormand. So there's 2 of the 3 billboards. It's a good movie. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to win the Oscar though. Just saying. Just saying.
So script-wise,
yep.
You know, this is one of those ones, and especially for the Oscars and the stuff they've been through in the last couple of years with their voting community and the changes that have been made. I don't even know where to go with this one because I don't know if people are going to jump behind Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird.
That's the upset for me.
Is
Lady
it?
Bird. Yeah, okay. I think it's got an opportunity, and I think it may walk out with the. But Get Out may also do the same because of those issues you were just talking about.
I loved The Big Sick. That's the one I would like to see win.
Great film. Absolutely fantastic film. I really enjoyed it as well. Everybody in that was fantastic.
And
it's based on a true story.
But Three Billboards to me felt like it almost felt like it was a play first that they moved into. So it was a very tight. So that's the one I'm going with for what I think will win. I think Three Billboards will win.
I'm going with Shape of Water.
Okay.
I mean, I loved Shape of Water. I think it's my favorite film of this year so far.
Yeah.
Just all around, everything about it was really good, really tight. The performances were great. The cinematography was fantastic. The editing, the sound, the special effect, all of it.
I'm in the same boat. That's my
directing, all of it.
My favorite of the year. But I think sometimes they try to split things up. If I'm voting for Shape of Water for Best Picture, I'm going to give screenplay to one of these others. So
Jamie's got Get Out for his choice. Okay, and Hillary. Hey, Hillary, thanks for joining us. Three Billboards. I, Tonya was definitely overlooked in this category. Yes,
and this
it's
one
a great script.
And in Best Picture, it was overlooked.
Yep. Oh, Grubhub. JP is ordering Grubhub out in L.A.
What'd you get us, JP?
Yeah, what'd you get for us, JP? What'd you buy? And it better be healthy. But just the words Grubhub tell me it's not. I'm just guessing. Mary Agnes. Once a movie is made, it doesn't belong to the filmmaker. It belongs to the audience. So if I say Groot is Groot, then my worldview of that is true. Fair enough, Mary.
Jamie, we are still on screenplay. We're kind of jumping over to Best Picture conversation as well. But this is original screenplay still.
Yes.
So
Get Out is your choice for screenplay. Absolutely. Yes. I think it has a good chance to upset Jamie. Get Out. But I'm going with Shape of Water because I just really like Shape of Water. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed everything about it, and okay. Jamie says okay. Got it. Gotcha, Jamie. So yep. All right, man. Let's move on to the next category.
All right, we're into the
cinematography. Oh, technical. So we only have 1, 2, 3 categories, 4 categories left. So it's not we're not going to run through all of them. Yep. And original score. Sorry, 5 categories left. Sorry, we forgot about that.
We'll move a little quicker.
Yes, we'll move a little quicker, but there's no need. It's Saturday afternoon. We'll drink our Appletinis.
Jamie said Get Out won the WGA. So that's
because you voted for it. Very nice.
That's an important one to. Now, I don't know, Jamie. You might be able to tell me. In the Oscars, does the entire voting body vote for all the awards, or do like the directors vote for Best Director?
No, I think it's if you're in the Academy, you vote for all the awards.
But the nomination committee comes out of the subgroups, right?
I don't know.
Okay,
Jamie, can you confirm that?
I think in one of them they have a committee of so like the directors nominate the director awards or something like that. I'm not positive, but I thought that's how when they were going through the conversations about how all this stuff gets nominated.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
You know, I'm going to change the shot. Let's go with this shot for a little while.
Are we going to?
Yeah, the other shot.
All
Since
right.
we haven't used it, I mean, we have it. The camera's over here now. So we're going to change it up a little bit. But, I have it as a backup camera in case the other one goes down. So I kind of like that shot.
Concomita. I don't know what that means, Pat. Is that where you ordered your food from? Concomita?
Yeah, and also, Jamie just chimed in. Yes, the nomination is from a subgroup.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is correct. See, I don't know how the Academy works because I'm not in the Academy yet. But after all this Night Watchman stuff, maybe I'll never be in it. And you nod. You're like, yeah, yep, we'll never be in that ever. The Academy, they'll keep us out. If you ever see these guys on the street, don't let them in.
There you go. All right, so we are at film editing, right?
Cinematography. Yeah, cinematography. Let me find my pictures here, and we'll start there. All right, I got them. Let's do it.
All right, so lead off with Blade Runner 2049.
Look at that sexy bastard. He's pretty sexy.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. What's happening?
We've got Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour. Blam. There he is. Gary Oldman. I didn't even know it was him, I'm telling you. But yes, the cinematography in that was fantastic.
Dunkirk.
Oh. Cinematography in this was phenomenal. Yep.
Mudbound.
Mudbound was great. They really captured the Dust Bowl era of the 20s. I mean, look at the costumes and look at it.
I think it looks like a tintype, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And The Shape of Water.
Look at this, though. Come on. Look at that. Look at that monster. Holy crap.
Just for the record, that's not the Baltimore docks.
Yeah.
That's supposed to take place in Baltimore. That didn't look like anything
that I've ever seen in Baltimore.
Yeah.
But whatever. So, you know, the one movie that I thought should have been nominated in this category and wasn't, got snubbed, was Call Me By Your Name. There are some shots in that are incredible. There's one, Dan, that it is one shot, and the scene lasts for about 7 minutes. And they follow him coming out of a store. They follow him down into a square around a fountain type thing, and then back down over towards the store. I was like, that is phenomenal. The fact that they were able to get that shot, and the actors were, that long for over 7 minutes of the film. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. But whatever. So, nominating committees. Let's go over these comments here. So the entirety of the Academy, nomination committees rotate, okay? And Patrick Barry's eating a Hollywood burger.
There you go.
And Hillary likes the shot from...
probably the Ryan Gosling shot?
No. She likes the Ryan Gosling shot. No, she's talking about Call Me By Your Name, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that shot.
And Amy, yes, I think whoever wins, because they were all beautifully shot films, every single one of them. My favorite is Shape of Water. I'm going with Shape of Water. I just think Guillermo del Toro, anytime he shoots something, he puts such detail in everything with the lighting and just everything that it's just phenomenally done.
It had, I mean, all the places had. He created very specific looks for each place, for the facility, for her apartment, for the movies down. So it with lighting and so it's that was a beautiful movie. I'd be perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, I'd be happy with any of them. I think the other one that might win it is Dunkirk.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Dunkirk as my pick to win.
Yeah.
GDT.
Do we have to look at that? We had to check. GDT. What's GDT, Amy Rash? Sorry.
That's what my heart is. GDT.
Yeah.
Is that in cinematography? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Amy, you got to fill us in. What is GDT? Oh, Guillermo del Toro is my favorite. So,
yes.
Gotcha.
Sorry. We got it now. Oh, Jamie Nash's favorite is Christmas Ranch.
There you go.
Yes. The cinematography in Christmas Ranch was phenomenal, but it's not nominated, Jamie. So, and I blame that on you.
She likes the shot change of us, the different camera, better than.
Oh, thank you.
Better than Ryan Gosling.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a different shot, so maybe we'll go back to the other one. But since Hillary likes it so much, we'll just keep it on this one.
There you go.
It's fantastic. All right, we'll do this one then. Guillermo del Toro. Yes, thank you, Jamie. GDT. We're not smart enough to pick up on those acronyms or whatever.
Wait, I was like, what movie is that? I don't see. What is?
Yeah, GDT. What is she talking about? Oh, Guillermo del Toro. That's the. That's what it means.
GDT. Get Donald Trump. It's like it's a sequel to Get Shorty.
It is. That would be a fun movie. That really would. It's kind of like Killing Kevin. Did you ever see that short film?
Oh my God.
Kevin Costner.
At your film festival.
Oh my God. To give you a quick synopsis, Killing Kevin was about a group of people, a support group of people who wanted to kill Kevin Costner, including his dialect coach, his representative, his agent, his screenwriting partner, just all these people who just wanted to kill him for certain reasons.
Too bad Cal Ripken wasn't in that group.
Oh, that would have been funny. So we should make a short film about that.
We should.
Killing Cal. Don't say that too loud around here in Maryland. They'll arrest you in a second.
He lives here now.
I know. I saw him at Sam's Club the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh, you should go over and get his autograph." I'm like,
"What I should go over and kick him in his knee."
In his shin. They're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't care about Cal Ripken. That guy, he's a punk."
Taking a day off, maybe I'd have gotten a call up.
Yeah. The Night Watchman was snubbed. I'm telling you right now, JP.
We should have submitted it for if nothing else for stunts somewhere. Is there a stunt award show?
There is. Jeff Wilhelm, check in if you're not already watching. But you know what I saw today? That's a really cool film festival, and you're gonna laugh when I tell you the name of it. Boobs and Blood.
When are we going?
I know. Wait. That was classic. When are we going? So we can submit to that film festival, and
we have both.
Yes, and it can be, our film can be from any year, and it doesn't matter if it's been picked up or not. It can be whatever, as long as it's in the genre of horror, and it's got boobs and blood.
Yep.
So just saying.
Speaking of stunts, before we move into what are we next? Original score.
There is no stunt category.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
At least stunt coordination should be with all the movies that are out there now. Stunt coordination should be a category as well as casting. Casting director.
Yeah, well, because they're such big parts of any film you see nowadays. Now I understand, 50 years ago, when most of the films that were nominated for Oscars didn't have any action or anything in it. But Dunkirk, right? Yep. Come on. Baby Driver, right? All these great films that have such great stunt teams, and they don't give an award for it. That's ridiculous. So the Academy, if you're watching, and I know you are because we're huge.
Yeah. We're huge in this basement.
Yes. Please, if you get, put a stunt category in, whether it's coordinator or stunt ensemble or whatever, whatever you guys.
And if you guys get the chance to check it out, there's a documentary on HBO that did it. It was called Casting By.
Yes.
And what's his name? Taylor Hackford.
Mm-hmm.
Comes across really douchey.
I've met Taylor.
Yeah. He's sitting there saying, well, I cast the movie. I'm the director. I cast the movie. Well, and if you're going to take it to that level, you also picked the shot. So why should we have a cinematography category? And you also decided which wardrobe
and
goes in which
the
scenes.
Editor, and you probably did some edits and stuff. So.
Guess what? There's a casting associate, and then there's a casting director that called those people in for you to pick from, and decided which ones not to bring in and which ones to.
And weeded out a ton of people that you never saw because, they knew that they wouldn't work for you. So there is a certain, and each casting director has a certain style too. Some casting directors, and it's Hollywood, so this is how it works. Some casting directors cast the pretty people. Other casting directors, like one we know locally, cast people who aren't as pretty.
Right.
And are more real. So that's it. Every casting director has a style. Every casting director deserves the credit.
Jamie Nash said best crafty should be an award. It should
agree.
Be an award. Donald M would do well in that category. He always has good crafty.
Yes, Donald M does. Get Tom Selleck, a weekly Facebook Live show, kidnaps the mustache one to appear on their show. Yes, that is a good one. I like that. Yes, you're exactly right. Hey, Jamie Nash, I'm just going to throw this out there real quick. You tell me your thoughts in one comment. All right, you ready? The reboot of Magnum P.I. And I know you've seen who they cast as Magnum, and I know you've seen who they've cast as Higgins. What's your thought? In one comment, please. One sentence.
So we'll go on to original score now.
Directing.
No, editing and score we haven't done.
Okay, let's do those.
Editing real quick. Baby Driver, Dunkirk, I, Tonya, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards.
Mm-hmm. I think all of them are really good. Baby Driver, I think, is because of the action, the stunts, and all of that, and the editing that they did in that. I really think that should win, but I don't think it's going to win, though.
I think Dunkirk. I want Baby Driver to win. I want Baby Driver to win everything it can because I love that movie.
Yeah.
Dunkirk worked in 3 different time signatures or time segments, and they managed to sync them all up at intersecting points. So it's just a very complex edit job. So I think that one's going to win without a doubt.
Okay. I think Shape of Water is going to win because I just think it's going to run away with a lot of awards. I think it's going to walk away with at least 10. So, and I think editing is going to be one of them. It's just there are certain films that get into the committee's head, and they just vote for it
Gotcha.
across the board. And I've seen it done, in years past. So, like last year, La La Land was just racking them up.
It racked up one more than it actually got.
Exactly. By mistake.
Jamie said Magno.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. One sentence or less, and he came up with Magno. I agree, Jamie Nash. Magno. Mag don't. How's that? Just don't. Don't. I've already seen who they cast as the lead. I saw who they cast as Higgins, and I was just like, you know what? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I agree. So, JTP. Now he's killing me with the...
Yeah.
He's just going to do it. Now I got to...
Did you see me look down? I was like, what?
Yeah,
what,
now I got to think. What's Jamie saying here with JTP? All right, come on.
Give us a second. We'll figure it out. So we're going to move on to original score.
Go.
So Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing.
Okay, go.
I mean, come on. Has John Williams ever won for a Star Wars score?
I don't know.
It might be time.
I don't think so.
It might be time.
I don't think so.
But my guess is that Dunkirk had a great score.
Yep.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Hans Zimmer.
Yep. And Shape of Water. So I think that might be another category that Shape of Water just breaks it in. So but I can see Dunkirk winning it. I don't see Star Wars winning it because it's a Star Wars film, and but you never know. The scores are always so amazing.
Yeah, they're
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know why more films like that don't win awards.
all right.
Williams just announced that he's done with Star Wars. That's right, he is.
I saw that.
He is. That's a Goldberg joke.
JTP Goldberg. The Goldbergs, like the TV show, or Goldberg the wrestler?
The wrestler. James
Okay.
into wrestling. So it's a wrestling.
Gotcha.
joke. All right. One day when you actually come over and have Appletinis with me, Jamie, maybe you can explain it to me.
We'll have to show him that clip of us on Monday Nitro.
That's right.
Where we arrested Diamond Dallas Page.
That's right. I have it.
Yeah.
But it's a VHS tape.
Yeah.
So we'll have to break out the old VHS
we have
player.
to convert that and get that thing online.
I think so.
So.
I can.
The
All right,
best
I'm gonna
score
do it.
equals this year's Super Bowl. God damn it.
That's right. That's right, Jamie Nash. Fly, Eagles, fly. You gotta love it. Yes, the Goldbergs.
So Amy, you can. I know he's scoring the Solo movie. Does that mean he's not going to do episode 9?
Yeah, that's true. That's what he said.
He's not going to do 9.
Yeah,
he's
I
got to.
saw
He's
that.
got to at least finish the Skywalker saga before he walks away.
Do you think Skywalker's going to be in this next saga? I thought Luke
Leia is.
disappeared.
She's a Skywalker.
Okay, but she's in the next one.
I guess they're not going to. I don't know.
They got to figure out what
character's
to do.
not dead, so
Yeah, I
Leia's
know.
got to be represented somehow.
Yeah.
Ben Solo is a Skywalker.
Okay. Yeah.
Kylo
Sure.
Ren.
That is true. You are right.
Yeah, Jamie, we worked at the Baltimore Arena. We went out during Monday Nitro, the night after the Ravens won the first Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we had to walk down and arrest Diamond Dallas Page at ringside. And you got Ken and all these tall guys. They put me at the point. I'm the smallest guy in the group, and I'm looking up at him, telling him he's got to come with us.
And we got to mess with Big Papa Pump.
Didn't Ric
and
Flair?
Yes, and Ric Flair. Yeah, we were working with Ric Flair, Big Papa Pump, and Dallas Diamond. Because Ric Flair's the one who comes into the jail and wants Diamond Dallas Page out of the jail cell.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there at the desk, and I'm like, nope, it's not happening. And Big Papa Pump slams that pipe on the desk. My coffee flies up all over me. I'm like, what the? It was fun. We had a good time with those guys.
It was great.
So Dallas Diamond,
except
DDP baby.
I wasn't sure we were getting out of there. The Baltimore turned on us when we arrested him and walked him out of that rink. They started throwing sodas at me, and it turned ugly.
It was a lot of fun, though. I'll tell
was.
you what. Backstage and seeing those guys how they are when
They're just sitting there like all eating lunch together. Like, oh yeah, then you're gonna body slam them. Then you're gonna.
It's just ridiculous. And don't do this move, and then do this move, and then we'll wrestle around a little bit, and then you'll win.
The best part was when we went, our whole group went to the bathroom before we had to go on, and so we 4 Baltimore cops, and there's a security guard in there shaking down some kid that had, it was like the early 2000s, so cargo pants were in. These kids had beer in every pocket, and they saw the 4 of us walk in, and they thought they were done. So, that's great.
We're not real cops. Sorry.
But that wasn't an Oscar category.
This isn't my beat. I'm not helping you.
So now we're into score. You going with?
I'm going with Shape of Water. I think
The
Shape of Water is going to clean up all those categories: editing, score, technical stuff. Even though I can see Dunkirk walking away with that one. Yeah, but I think Shape of Water. That's my pick.
I want to kind of talk about these both kind of together, directing and Best Picture.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of times the voters give one to one and one to the other because they're almost basically the same award.
Okay.
Ultimately, and I think they're going to split it again. I think they're going to give Shape of Water Best Picture, and I think they're going to give Dunkirk directing.
Okay. So you want to do directing first, or what do you want to do?
So directing, the nominees are Dunkirk.
Okay. Boom. And that is. Hold on. I'm going to bring him up real quick. The director himself, right there. Isn't that him?
No,
that was Christopher Nolan. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Kenneth Branagh. He directed. I got confused. He directed Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The first Thor.
Yes. Sorry, I screwed that up. All right, who's next?
Get Out, Jordan Peele.
Get Out, Jordan Peele. Boom, let me bring that up real quick. There it is, the poster. Boom, Jordan Peele. Great job for a first-time director. And being nominated.
Not the first time. He directed Keanu, the movie about the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Which I haven't seen, but people really seem to like.
Keanu's funny. It is very funny. They have some really laugh-out-loud moments in it. It's good. Yeah. If you want to laugh, tune in.
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird, there it is.
Greta Gerwig.
Yep. And I didn't like Lady Bird, so not my choice for this category. But okay.
Phantom Thread, and is that
Daniel Day?
Yeah, who directed that? I
blanked. Off the top of my head.
Is that Paul Thomas Anderson?
If you say so. Jamie Nash, who directed Phantom Thread? Bring it up.
Stupid now. And then The Shape of Water, GDT.
Yep. Let me bring up that picture right here. This shot right here was incredible. Hey, and a lot of people said that's the fish sex movie where she has sex with the fish.
Yeah.
And it's true. If you watch the movie, I hate to give you a spoiler there, but if you want to see some, fish sex, just tune in. Tune in to The Shape of Water, and you'll see fish and people.
It was Paul Thomas Anderson, so now I don't feel so stupid.
Yeah. I feel stupid all the time, Dan. So
nice.
Yeah.
By the way, please don't direct. Peele didn't direct Keanu, but he wrote it. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
So this is his first time directing.
No, okay.
I'm not as dumb as I think I am.
So I think I feel like they're gonna split Best Picture and directing, and for the scope of Dunkirk, and I heard this the other day. Do you realize like it's a war movie? There's not a drop of blood in the entire
in the movie itself. Well, they were trying to keep the PG-13 rating, probably.
Yes, Vicky, fish sex.
Yes, fish sex, Vicky. If you haven't seen it yet, see it. We're talking fish sex here on our Oscar show.
See, that was a scene I had a problem with.
What, the fish sex scene?
Not the fish sex, but the flooding of the bathroom.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because my kids spilled out of the tub, and it came through my drywall
and
like
everything
instantly.
Else. Yeah.
It would not have filled up the
bathroom.
The bathroom.
Unless it was, like rubberized, sealed, prior to. Right. But that wasn't the case. So yeah, I had a problem with the whole bathroom filling up too. Yeah. I agree with you. I was just like, okay, but suspend your disbelief because it's in the script. So,
well,
yeah.
I mean, and clearly the fish man, the gill man, has some power. So maybe he controlled the water.
Yeah, and kept it within the room like that.
So we're gonna go with that.
He's got EMP powers, electromagnetic powers to keep the water all sucked into. I agree. All right, well then that's where we'll go with that. I believe it.
So you're going with Shape of Water?
I'm going with The Shape of Water, I think. But Jamie says that he has a feeling that Three Billboards might walk away with it. I think
with Best Picture. We're still on director, aren't we?
Yes.
You're going with the sweep.
Yeah, I'm going with the sweep. The Shape of Water is probably going to win directing. I could see Dunkirk, and I could see Get Out in the upset, the huge upset. Get Out.
Yeah, I think it's Shape of Water myself.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I liked Three Billboards. It didn't blow me away. I still think In Bruges is my favorite of his movies. Martin McDonagh.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie.
And there's other. I really think, Shape of Water won the Producers Guild Award. Shape of Water won the Directors Guild. So I think it's going to be. I think that's where we're headed for Best Picture.
And Hillary made a good point. It is a fairy tale, so anything can happen. You're absolutely right. Shape of Water. So I agree. There's dream sequences in it and all that stuff. So yeah, I see. So let's jump into Best Picture and wrap this bad boy up.
I'm sorry, I thought we just did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking directing.
I thought we finished directing.
All right, so Best Picture. It's that time.
You can see it's empty, so you can see the show's falling apart.
So, for Best Picture, I got Shape of Water as well. Yeah. In the sweep, we talked about that. You're right. But for Best Picture, I can see a couple upsets here. And we haven't talked much about The Post.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I know Robert did, and he loved it. I mean, you can never
count those guys out. Streep and Hanks.
Yeah.
So
I love the bit. I think it was at the Golden Globes where they mentioned that we have a Steven Spielberg movie with Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep, and the person walks out with all the awards. Like, no, we'll give them out one at a time, as if it was going to win all the awards.
Yeah. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's the old man Academy versus the young dudes Academy nowadays, Jamie Nash. And there was this one old school Academy member who wouldn't even watch Get Out because he said that they played the race card and all that, and he knew he wouldn't even watch it. This guy. And I'm just like, that's just ridiculous. Just watch the film.
For me, Get Out it's a very good film.
Yeah, it is a good film. I agree.
It reminds me of good Hitchcock, like Psycho, or because it's not a slasher movie. It's not a
a true horror film, but it is considered a horror film.
Yeah. Even when the climax gets to the point where it gets violent, it moves very fast because it's not about that. It's not about the revenge and the slashing, and it's about what they were trying to do and what he's trying to do to survive, and it felt like it kept reversing on me. Like I felt like I got an idea of where it was going, and even though some of it was spoiled for me before I saw it, but it still kept me guessing all the way through. So
I this was one film where I actually guessed correctly about what was going to happen. I was like, she's in on it. You know?
Totally, yeah.
As soon as in the beginning when they were packing their bags, I said, she's in on it. And Maria was like, how do you know? I just go, just how she's acting right now. I just know that she is going to do something devious and bad.
At the very end, there's a point where, I didn't see the last reveal coming, and then there's the police show up, and I thought one thing was going to happen, then a different thing happened, and so
they do have the opposite.
Yeah, you said that they filmed it.
They do. It's on the extras. They do have that scene that you were talking about. So they did shoot it. They just decided to go with the ones.
What I don't understand. So they only nominated.
Oh, shut up, Jamie Nash. You've seen Get Out. Probably 10 times already.
And you voted for it for script, so you at least read it.
Yeah. So you know what the hell happened.
So they can nominate up to 9 Best Pictures. Or up to 10.
Yeah.
They only did 9 this year. And I feel like there was, I don't know why maybe I, Tonya, or
Disaster Artist,
or Disaster Artist, or even Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman for a big chunk of the year was in that discussion.
Yeah, I
or
don't.
Even Baby Driver.
I don't agree with the Wonder Woman. Again, Wonder Woman was a film that I really enjoyed and I thought it was entertaining, but it wasn't any better than any of the other superhero movies I've ever seen. So I didn't think it was groundbreaking in any sense. Just like I don't think Black Panther is groundbreaking in any sense. It's a really good superhero movie, and I was very entertained by it.
I think Michael B. Jordan might sneak in with a supporting actor nomination.
I thought he was awful.
You did?
Yeah, I thought he was terrible.
Wow. Okay.
I thought he was horrid. I can't even tell you. Everybody else in that movie I thought was really good.
Okay.
I thought he was just bad.
Oh, wow.
He played that typical, stereotypical badass black guy. It just to me just read stereotype.
Wow.
So I didn't like it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought Chadwick Boseman was fantastic.
Yeah.
I loved the women warriors in it. I thought they were great.
I loved when they introduced him in Captain America: Civil War. I thought he was great.
Yeah. And I really want to marry what's her name, the Queen. Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If I wasn't married to my wife, and Angela Bassett was like, hey, Ken, you want to get married? I'd be like, you. Let's do it.
I do feel like this latest round of Marvel, starting after Civil War. So you've got like the Guardians 2, you've got Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Black Panther. I mean, Marvel's already great. All of their stuff, even their bad ones, are better than any other superhero movies out there. But I feel like that last run has like leveled up even. Like I just feel like those four.
Yeah, well, and they learn too as they go what people like, what they can do better, how they can tighten it up, how they can do all that. And I think the director of the film is great too.
Coogler, yeah.
I think he's great. Fruitvale Station was an outstanding independent film, but
that got snubbed.
I'm gonna say it again, just like I tell people all the time, and it's not about who's directing the film. At that level, you're playing with that much money. They don't let the directors stray too far outside of what they think a Marvel film is going to be.
Right.
So that's why
you've seen on the Star Wars side of Disney what happens when they do. They bring in Ron Howard to replace you.
Yeah, because you get fired. Because and that's what happens. So I think the woman Patty, the woman who
Jenkins.
Yes, Patty Jenkins. I think she's a great director. But they weren't going to let her stray too far outside of that Wonder Woman model that they were thinking of. I think she's fantastic. I think Coogler's fantastic. And they should direct many more films. But when you're playing in that world, when you're playing in the Marvel world, and you're playing in the DC world, in the DC universe, and there's that much money at stake, the producers control what you're seeing. They really do.
The producer needs to control that DC side a little more.
Yeah, I wish they would. I wish they would, especially in Justice League when they're messing with Superman and Batman. I agree there. But
oh, you know, well, here's one thing that was missing out of the visual effects. I'm kind of so. We weren't covering this, but visual effects was Blade Runner, Guardians, Kong, Skull Island, Star Wars, and War for the Planet of the Apes. How did all the amazing CGI to remove Superman's mustache get left out of the visual effects?
Dude, that was so bad. Did you?
he looks like the Dark Seekers from I Am Legend. Like the CGI.
Yes, it was
zombies.
So bad.
Yes.
It was so bad, the CGI to replace Superman's mustache. I don't understand. Why didn't they just wait, or why didn't they just, they postpone other things? I don't.
See, here's the thing.
I don't understand it.
Tom Cruise is now he's just bitter that he hasn't gotten his own superhero franchise. Yeah. So every time he can, he screws because he screwed Dougray Scott out of the original Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because Mission Impossible 2 went long, and then just messed up the Superman thing here with another Mission Impossible movie.
Tom Cruise. I as much as everybody hates the new Mummy that he did, I didn't even watch it. I didn't hate it. I was entertained by it, and I watched it, and I've actually watched it more than once. So I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I watch it.
So they're Jamie says Valerian was robbed for FX.
Yeah, Valerian, get out of here. Yes, Angela Bassett. I want to marry her. Patrick Barry, if she'll have, or at least get the restraining order lifted.
Yeah, there you go.
So one or the other.
I think my restraining order with Gal Gadot expires in like when did the movie come out, in June? So it's somewhere around July. I think mine expires.
Yeah, but I think it's reinstated when the Wonder Woman 2 comes out.
Okay,
right? Isn't that what happens?
I think that's the how it works. Yes.
She is amazing though. I gotta say, she's pretty phenomenal. So, yeah, but I'm too old anymore. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We've been on for an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
I think it's the longest show we've ever done. We're going for a record.
Sorry, guys. Yes. No, I think our Star Wars back-to-back was...
Yeah, I think an hour 45.
Hour 45, yeah. Did we take a break during that one? I think we did. Didn't we?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just kept yapping. So, Jamie Nash, Valerian was robbed. Yeah, we already said that. I'm just looking over and reading comments. So we still have 4 people watching. It's my mom, your mom, Jamie Nash, and John Patrick.
I think my mom blew us off.
Yeah, she'll
watch it later.
She was like,
and then she'll comment, and she'll be mad that we're not responding to her comments because it's tomorrow.
Hey, did you see the birthday tribute we gave you last week on the show?
I have not seen last week's show yet.
You didn't see the birthday
I
tribute
didn't see
we
it
did for
yet.
Dan Franco?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, now you have a reason to watch it.
I will.
So we're going to increase our watches on YouTube by 1. Thanks, Dan Franco. So, guys, tomorrow is the Oscars. Before you hit the red carpet, man, I hope we helped you out with your office pool or whatever it was. But tomorrow, if you get an opportunity, check out the red carpet, check out the Oscars. It's always a fun night for us as actors. Yep. We enjoy it. So
you have Jamie, and if you can, follow Jamie Nash and Chris Mueller on Twitter, because they just deliver some first-rate snark during the Oscars. So definitely want to follow those guys.
Yeah, you could have watched the movie, JP. You could have watched The Night Watchman.
Yeah,
on Amazon Prime, because it's free. So
it is
right now. Well, it's not free. You're paying for your membership, but it's.
No, that was I phrased it like a question. I meant to phrase it like a statement. Like it is there.
It is
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, so check out The Night Watchman. And Hillary's still here. It's been fun. Thank you, Hillary. We've been here. We've been talking about it. We like to talk about this stuff, so it's always fun for us to get into this kind of stuff. Yep. So tune in tomorrow night for the 90th. 90, Dan. 90. The 90th Oscars.
And we'll see if The Shape of Water or Wooder runs the table.
Yes, and we'll see if Jimmy Kimmel, and we'll also see if they get all the envelopes and everything right this year.
Oh my God!
They're bringing Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway back to give out another award. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
They're gonna give him a chance. No, they threw the guy backstage with his cell phone under the bus, and they'll probably still do the same tomorrow night. You watch. There'll be more jokes than one about the guy in the back with his cell phone.
God, that was so awkward.
Yeah. So they threw that dude right under the bus. They were like, that guy. We have a picture of him on his cell phone. Him. Right? That guy will never work in this town again. Literally. Yes. So, Jamie, yes. Chris, me. I don't know what that means. Whatever.
JP's hurting Chris's feelings.
All right, wrap it up there, Dan Franco, and I'm going to take us out.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you. We'll be back Monday for our normal Appletinis with Ken. We'll talk probably a little bit about what went down tomorrow night in the Oscars. And we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Michael Paradiso. He is starring in a play here in Baltimore right now with his puppets. So
Hand to God?
Hand to God.
Isn't that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, Hand to God.
So at the Still Point Theater?
Yep. On Monday night, we will have him on. He'll have his guests with him. He'll be bringing on some puppet friends, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
It's going to be...
classic.
It'll be like Sesame Street, but with alcohol.
Yes, and that could be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So join us then, guys. We're out of here. We'll talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Jamie's trying to play us off.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, we're going to have to play music to get you guys off the air. Yes, you do need to play some music. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Peace.